This afternoon, Aaron Hernandez will appear in a Boston courtroom for a hearing on charges of first-degree murder in the deaths of two Boston men who were gunned down in July of 2012. Meanwhile, in the Odin Lloyd murder investigation, attorneys for Hernandez say they want footage from June 18th of last year when police originally searched Hernandez's North Attleboro home. A lot of stuff going on regarding these cases, and we've got our legal analyst Margaret Mclean joining us live right now. Regarding that footage, apparently they want to see what it was that actually handed over a copy of the search warrant. Why does that make a difference?
Well, it makes a difference. Again, it's part of the criminal discovery, Bridget, in the case. What the defense attorneys are doing now is looking for any and all information that can possibly discredit the police. Remember, ultimately they'll be selling to the jury reasonable doubt and attacking the government. So what they're looking at is if they can attack this trooper who testified that he's the one that served that original search warrant, and if they can say, well, no, you're lying about that, you really didn't do it, somebody else did it, so how can we believe you ultimately in the case? So that's stage one of creating that reasonable doubt, and it happens early. Defense attorneys are always looking through mounds and mounds of evidence for that little thing that they can attack and make a big deal about it at trial.
Would any of this mean that the case wouldn't go to trial, or any of these cases not go to trial?
No, it wouldn't mean that at all. Again, it may be a motion to suppress evidence as a result of the search at some point. It may be something they'll use, but no, this is typical defense attorney strategy to build their case to ultimately attack the government in any way possible, whether it's in a preliminary motion to get rid of evidence so that the jury won't see at trial, or whether it's at trial itself.
And so moving forward here, I mean, there's just so much going on.
Yeah.
The attorneys represent Hernandez in all of the cases against him, right?
Yes. Basically, he has a high-powered defense team, Mike Fee, and several others, and they're very excellent lawyers, but the question is, will he run out of money? How can he possibly afford this all-star legal team?
Well, right, and he's hoping that he's going to get his hands on, or be able to keep the bonus, the signing bonus that he got from the team, but that's in question because there are some civil lawsuits. I mean, there's literally so much going on that it's hard to keep track of, you know, and then when we try to recap these stories, it's like, all right, stick with us here because there's this part and this part and this part, including all of these, you know, I'll call them characters, these acquaintances of his that have been charged in connection with these cases. What is the likelihood that the prosecution is going to use all those people to build their case against him?
Oh, the prosecution is working very hard to flip those other guys to build the case against him. So much pressure on those witnesses in both cases, the murder case down in Bristol County and of course the double homicide in Boston where the hearing will be today. They are putting so much pressure because, and I could even tell when those guys were arraigned, they looked scared to death because again, the government is going on this joint venture theory for the murder, so that could hook these other witnesses as well, and that's how they turn the tables against Hernandez. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of the others copped a plea and we saw them testifying against Hernandez at trial.
That's our legal analyst Margaret Mclean with some time spent with us this morning. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bridget.